Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about the sixth and final bit to the Last Ronin Lost Years, or what I think should have been the fifth issue and final, because as I stated in my last review, I feel like the last issue number 5, was not exactly needed. I mean, sure, it was cool to see like April, with the turtles spending time with the turtles and the turtles going, like the new turtles going up to the surface, but I feel like that could have been better in the Last Ronin sequel that's going to come out. I think. Well, I'm recording this on December 29th, 2023, so for me, by the time I'm recording this video, it'll be next year, but by the time this video will release, it'll be this year. But I just felt like issue number 5 was kind of useless. But issue number 6, picked up where issue number 4 left off. Michelangelo was kind of he had to get in the case bench with his friend, which kind of sacrificed himself. And I do like how he's referred to as the Turtle Titan. Now, as far as I'm aware, Michelangelo as the Turtle Titan didn't come until like the 2003 Ninja Turtle series, when Michelangelo was trying to be a vigilante in New York City in that series. So I don't know if the Turtle Titan was a thing before the old series, but I really like how they call Michelangelo the Turtle Titan. For me, that was a really cool nod to the old 3 series. And we see Michelangelo's pissed because the announcer says, we have a winner. By way of disqualification, your champion is the Turtle Titan. And Michelangelo loses his shit, saying, let me go, and let him go of him. Disqualification? You call this disqualification? I call it execution. Come on then. You want your money's worth? I'll give you your money's worth. All of you. But you know the rules. Killed or be killed. And then he gets knocked out. The ghost forms of Leo, Raph, and Donnie gives him crap. And Michelangelo kind of stamps saying, this is all about revenge, not honor, not discipline nor luck. It's about revenge. It's always been about revenge. And then Michelangelo wakes up to them trying to get the bomb out from his neck, so that way it won't explode. And then Michelangelo Tom takes that woman hostage who was ahead of the Coliseum thing, and says, what I want is your boss, Deathworm. Take me to it. So the woman just says, okay, where does he say again? Italy. Michelangelo goes to Italy, looks for Deathworm, and the woman who ran the Coliseum thought that Michelangelo was going to go to his doom. If you guys seen the Last Ronin, not the Lost Years, but the actual Last Ronin story, you know Michelangelo survives, and Deathworm must have died, right? So he goes on this long trip, where his brothers were mostly quiet, and then he sees the Coliseum, where essentially he tells his brother to shut up. I can take care of myself. He sees that there are militia people, so he uses smoke bomb to get in. And it says, I'm not here for any of you. I'm here for your boss's head. Nothing else. But if you stand in my way, I will gladly take yours. And then, you would think that this guy, right, would be Deathworm from how it seemed. But no. Um, it turns out to be this guy's Deathworm. And everything that Michelangelo has learned in the 4 issues that we saw that had Michelangelo in it comes into handy in here. Because he, like, there was even, like, this point where he, like, his vision was clouded by the blood going in his eyes. So he learned from what Master Yi has taught him that, Master Yi, what the fuck? I go backtrack. His name is Yip. And, what Yip and, the Chark Magnon Noyan had taught him. And, that has, helped him be successful in killing Deathworm. And, in this chapter, we also see that, now we see Michelangelo in that typical, Last Ronin outfit that we saw him in the other, in the original Last Ronin story. And it finishes with Deathworm is dead for Master Yip, for Geralt, for Shaka. It's over, but I'm not finished. Time to go home. No waiting, no stopping, no mercy, no peace. Hiroto, you're next. And then, I like how it says no peace. And then, we jump back into, like, present day. With, April O'Neil saying, a lot has changed since you were all just tiny turtles. Up until now. You've all grown so much, not just your size, but your skills too. My sensei Master Michelangelo traveled across the world to save New York. All the way he learned how important it is for a ninja to master multiple fighting forms and weapons. I tried my best to teach everything he taught me before he died, and all the stuff I've learned from Master Splinter's journal since, to show you how to be the best ninja you can be. We've always told you, each of your names means one, derived from different languages Michelangelo encountered on his journey, and the constant reminder that even though you are 4, you are also one team, one family, and number 1 is in my heart, all of you. Always. Anything else, I wish the day would never come, but sadly it has. And now, together, it's our turn to help protect this city the same way my sensei's family and my mom and dad once did. Time to take all we've trained so hard and long to achieve underground up to the streets. And we get this pretty cool picture of the 4 turtles, the new turtles, that their names means one in different languages. And then we just like get like the different arts, which I would cover in a different video. But I really enjoyed this. Like, I feel like this was like a pretty solid story so far. I like how it concluded. Again, I don't think this was exactly a needed story. Because I don't think we exactly needed to know how Michelangelo got the Last Ronin outfit. What was his journey like? From like when he went to like his, like, since his like after his like family's death, and by the time he returned to New York, I think like that could have been like not explored whatsoever. Just kind of like left to like us fans' imaginations. But with that said, this wasn't a bad story. This was a pretty solid story, and I think, as I said before, for those you guys who wanted more backstory, then the Lost Years would make a good fit for you guys. But if you guys are okay and content with everything that you have read and seen in the Last Ronin book, then the Lost Years might not like suit your fancy. But if you want like are open like me to on like unravel more of the background of like okay how like we know why Michael Anderson became the Last Ronin, but how did he become the Last Ronin? This would be like a if you were open to that like getting to know that, then okay. But this is a solid book. I enjoyed it, not as much as I enjoyed the original Last Ronin, but I enjoyed it. It was a fun ride getting to read this. I really enjoyed myself. The only criticism I really have at the moment is the last issue, the issue number 4, where it was cool to see April the new gen turtles, but like that seemed not as important to the story as the issue I just read in here. But I will give you guys my more so in-depth review of the entire book next next review, which is going to be my like review of how I feel about the Last Ronin Lost Years overall. Well, that said, what do you guys think of not only like the last like was issue number 6 of the Last Ronin, but also Lost Years, but the entire book of the Last Ronin Lost Years? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow Mutants later. Later, taters.